Hello everybody here, and welcome to our free sessions IGCSE English as a second language. Let's start today's lesson with the cohesive devices, and let's learn what we mean by cohesive devices. Cohesive devices is a kind of connective words, a kind of linkers which connect sentences and connect ideas together, so your piece of writing will sound fluent and smooth. The way ideas are organized in paragraphs should be connected and linked by the cohesive devices. In this lesson, we'll learn how to use the advanced cohesive devices, the commonly used cohesive devices or conjunctions or linking words or transitional phrases, so we can name them as cohesive devices, or you can name them as transitional. Okay, transitional words. As you see on the board, how to express the idea of saying and. We repeatedly used and, which is not recommended, so we want to use some substitutes or some alternatives for the word and. So this means all of the list here means and, so the same meaning as the word and. Okay, what is the last here? In addition to, as well as, moreover, what is more, not only but also, furthermore, besides, and besides that. Avoid and, to, also. Rule number 1 here is that the three connectives, which are in addition to, as well as, and besides, the three must be followed by either a noun or noun phrase, or a gerund. A gerund means ing form of a verb. What does this mean? What it means to follow those conjunctions with a noun or a gerund. It means there will be no full sentence following them. Pay attention to this rule. This is very essential. No full sentence. It means there will be the regular structure of sentences, which is no subject. So you will not say in addition to I will. You will not say as well as she can. You will not say besides they could. This is wrong. You will not follow them by a full sentence. It means there will be no subject. Look at example number 1 here. In addition to studying math and science, what happened? She also takes music lessons. Here is in addition to, followed by what? Verb ing, which is a gerund. So in addition to studying math and science, comma, because you need to separate this sentence from the next sentence. Don't link two sentences without separating them with a relevant punctuation mark. And the relevant punctuation mark here is the comma. She also takes music lessons. As you see, it followed by a gerund or ing verb form. The same rule will be applied with besides. Besides with the s. Take care. And in addition with to. So in addition to and besides. Besides here, besides studying for the exam, he also works part-time. So besides here is followed by what? Followed by a gerund, which is studying, so followed by verb and ing. Okay, so besides studying for the exam, he also works part-time, and you can say besides his exams if you want to follow it by a noun phrase. So you can say besides math, comma, and write the next sentence. Here you followed besides with a noun phrase. The third here is as well as, the same rule as well, followed by either a noun or a gerund. Examples here: the store sells clothing accessories as well as electronics. So as well as followed by electronics, sorry, clothing, comma, accessories, comma, as well as electronics. So electronics here is a noun. Example 2, she is a talented actress as well as a skilled dancer. Skilled dancer is a noun phrase. So as you notice here, as well as not followed by a sentence, as well as a skilled dancer, it's not a full sentence. Besides here, studying for the exam, it's not a full sentence. And in addition to studying math, it's not a full sentence. So the rule here is in addition to, besides, as well as the three here, okay, followed by a noun or a gerund. Rule number 2. This is really important. How to use not only properly. Not only is always correlated with but also, connected with but also. So whenever you use not only in a sentence, it means in the next part of the sentence you should use but also. And for not only but also, we have 2 rules. Rule number 1, if you will use not only after the subject, okay, in the middle of the sentence, so it means you will use it after the subject. What will happen? Nothing. You will use it easily and simply the same way you use any conjunction. Okay, like he is not only a talented musician, comma, take care of the comma before but also a skilled writer. Next sentence, the company provides not only competitive salaries, comma, but also excellent benefits. So using not only after the subject is not an irregular rule, it's a regular use. The irregularity here, irregular rule, is when you start the sentence with not only. So this is rule number 2. This is different. Take care. And this is the common used, by the way. Most students used not only in the beginning. Alright? So not only always should be followed by a question form in the first sentence. And then but also the second sentence is okay. So the main problem occurs in the first sentence, not only question form. What I mean by question form, always expect you're asking a yes no question about the sentence. So if the sentence used the verb play, so say does he play, not only does he play. If the sentence is in past, played, say not only did he play? How to make the question form in the past using did, and how to make the question form in the present using does. Alright? What if the sentence is will do? I will do. Okay? So say not only will I do. So always follow not only with the helping verb before the subject. Let's read this example. Not only what happened, we didn't say here she finished. This is the original sentence. She finished past simple, but how we change it? Question form. Yes, great. Did she finish her project? In the same way we changed this list. Not only did she finish her project on time, don't forget the comma before but she also exceeded expectations. This is the second rule. Try to practice using not only and follow it by a question form. The third rule, and this is the list we normally use in our writing. This list of conjunctions also again and again have the same meaning of and. Okay? In addition, moreover, what's more, beside that, additionally, adding to that, furthermore, and so on. Furthermore. Here, before we start explaining this list, let's agree upon a rule. What is the rule here? The rule is all of those conjunctions always come in the middle of the two sentences. So how do we use them? We use them in the middle of the sentences. They always used between the sentences, not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. Alright? This is number one. Rule number two related to their punctuation. Either to write sentence 1, then full stop, then the word, the connective, capitalized, for example, what's more or in addition, followed by a comma, then sentence number 2. So, after I finished my first sentence, I'll use the conjunction here, like in addition, followed by a comma, moreover, followed by a comma, what is more, followed by a comma, beside that, followed by a comma, additionally, followed by a comma, adding to that, furthermore. All of them will be capitalizing the first letter and followed a comma. Or the second rule is to write sentence 1, then semicolon, then the word, which is the conjunction, followed by a comma, then sentence number 2. So you have two different ways to punctuate the sentences with those linkers. Either to end the first sentence with a full stop, then follow the linking word a comma, or use a semicolon, then the word, then a comma. Let's read those examples. As you see here, we have a big family gathering planned. Full stop. So I finished the first sentence. Here is the linking word. Capitalize the first letter I. In addition, followed by a comma. So full stop, in addition, comma. The rule here is full stop, in addition, and comma. Then write the next sentence as usual. We'll be celebrating my grandmother's birthday. Sentence number 2. The restaurant not only offers delicious food, comma, but also provides excellent service. Moreover, here is the full stop, then moreover, then comma, full stop, moreover in the middle, then comma, then write the next sentence. The last example here is the company has a strong online presence. I finished first sentence, full stop. What's more, the conjunction, then followed by a comma. This is the rule here. Okay, now I'm gonna share a link here. You write your answer there, so follow the link to answer these questions. What is the task now? The task is, here's task 1. Substitute the word and. So we want to replace and here in those 5 examples, okay, using the linkers we studied. Any one of the linkers we studied here. I'll help you see the linkers again. Any one of this list, you can take a screenshot. I'm gonna send the screenshot of the linkers in the chat box here, or you can use not only, or you can use one of this list in addition to, besides, and as well as. Okay, this is your current task. Share your answers through the link of Padlet. You have 7 minutes. While you answer, pay attention to the punctuation. Punctuation. Okay, that's great.